Hello, and welcome back to Mr. B Teaches History. Today's lecture will focus on the significant economic changes made in the South following the Civil War and the end of Reconstruction. Unfortunately, these changes meant improvements for some, like American industries and Northern investors, and deteriorations for others, like farmers and African Americans. So let's get started. The New South was defined by Henry Grady, the editor of the Atlanta Constitution, as increased economic diversity and laissez-faire capitalism, which many states and localities took to heart by offering tax exemptions and the promise of low-wage labor for investors. These actions led to the growth of cities and industry in the South to the point where the region overtook New England as the chief producer of textiles, was integrated into the national railroad system, and grew faster in population, industry, and railroads than the rest of the country. The growth was slowed down by the fact that the profits of Northern inventors went to Northern banks and the failure of South to invest in public education so that their people had the knowledge and skills to continue the industrial development. Even with the growth of industry, the South remained largely agricultural and the poorest part of the country due to the fact that the tenement farmers and sharecroppers were kept poor due to the practices of these systems and Southern banks having little money to lend. Post-war agriculture was still tied to cotton, and its doubled output led to a 50% decline in prices, causing farmers to lose their farms. George Washington Carver successfully led the charge to diversify Southern farming crops by promoting the growing of peanuts, sweet potatoes, and soybeans. Both white and black farmers, stuck in a cycle of debt and poverty, rallied behind political reforms to solve their economic problems. The withdrawal of Northern protection at the end of Reconstruction in 1877 led to white supremacist Redeemer Democrats to segregate public facilities by race and use race as a rallying cry to deflect attention away from the economic problems of Southern farmers. The Supreme Court stated in 1883 civil rights cases that private discrimination in business and people could not be outlawed. In the 1898 Plessy v. Ferguson case, the court said that segregation was legal as long as it was equal. These decisions encouraged the adoption of additional Jim Crow laws that required segregation in many public facilities. Other discriminatory voting laws like literacy tests, poll taxes, white-only primaries, and grandfather clauses disenfranchised African American voters. African Americans could also not serve on juries, got harsher criminal sentences than whites, were kept out of skilled trades, factory jobs, and unions, and many times were killed by local mobs when they were accused of crimes against white people. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or clarifications you would like to make about this lecture, please leave a comment below. If you learned something new, please consider leaving a like. If you would like to receive notifications of more content like this, please consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell. If you would like to support this channel and creator financially, please check out the links in the description for merchandise or sites that will provide me direct financial support for the work of this channel. Thank you for your time and have a great day. Class dismissed.